at present one of the northeast states of India, was a peaceful territory with sovereign and independent status until it was invaded by colonial India in 1948 and in violations of all international laws made to join the Union of India in 1949 AD. The kingdom was ruled by as many as 184 borough kings, and its history dates back to 3102 BC.
चैनल मेक इंडिया डिजिटल त्रिपुरा को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और हाँ, सबसे पहले डिजिटल त्रिपुरा की अपडेट वीडियो देखने के लिए बेल को बजाइए।
Dear countrymen, the Kingdom of Tripura, at present one of the northeast states of India, was a peaceful territory with sovereign and independent status until it was invaded by colonial India in 1948 and in violations of all international laws made to join the Union of India in 1949 AD. The kingdom was ruled by as many as 184 borough kings, and its history dates back to 3102 BC. The kingdom existed side by side with the British Empire in the subcontinent, and the rulers had cordial relations with the British India. It was because of such friendly relations that the Royal Army of Tripura Kingdom extended its helping hand to the Allied forces in Burma during World War II, and the presentation of a saluting gun by Brigadier Bain of the British Army to His Highness King Bir Bikram at Agartala testifies to it. But matters changed rapidly when the British left India. The fervor of nationalism among the Indians was so aggressive that it became intolerant to its neighbors and many small nations like the Boros. Hence, the occupation of Tripura Kingdom, followed by forcible merger agreement, took place much against the wishes of the Borough people. When forced to join the Indian Union with no option, some Borough representatives proposed to India that the administration of the territory be manned by the representatives of the Boroughs under the Indian Constitution. But the government of India turned down the proposal and appointed its own administrators represented by the Hindu Bengalis. Therefore, the dictated merger agreement taking over the royal administration by India, the unceremonious dismissal of the royal armies, disbandment of the Borough militia forces, the destruction of the hitherto existing royal administrative records and documents, disbanding the currency of the kingdom, were widely protested by the Boroughs throughout the territories of Tripura. Tens of thousands of the people took to the streets in protest against such injustice. The government of India, with a view to suppress the political will of the Boroughs, came down heavily with brute force and proclaimed martial law from 1948 to 52. Thousands of the innocent Boroughs were detained, tortured, imprisoned and jailed. Many Borough women were molested, dishonored and raped by the brutal Indian army. In the aftermath of such events, the political scenario that emerged was exceptional, since the age-old royal administration was replaced by India. This became crystal clear in 1952, when on the eve of the first Indian general election, an electoral college was democratically established in Tripura with 30 members. But the government of India was dilly-dallying and did not hand over powers to it. And to the surprise of the Boroughs, on 14th April 1953, the President of India declared the formation of the Council of Advisors, in which no Borough representative was included. In fact, it was the end of the Boroughs' control over the affairs of their ancestral land.